Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ben. This is my 2016 Skidoo Freeride, and I'm about to take this sled out to film a trail report. I'm also testing some new mirrors that I've got on the sled to compare them to a different set. But before I can do any of that, I've got to stick my new 2025 Trail Pass on here. But before I do that, I've got to remove this ridiculous amount of stickers that are plastered to the windshield. And since I'm sure you guys run into this same exact issue, I figured I'd show you what works best for me. If you guys have a better method, definitely let us know down in the comments. Let's get to it. So as I'm sure many of you guys have noticed, when the weather turns a little bit cold, the adhesive on stickers like this tend to sort of solidify and they want to stick a lot more and maybe tear or leave residue left over. But really, regardless of the temperature, usually the best thing to remove any sort of sticker or decal like this is to add some heat. For that, I'll be using my heat gun here that I picked up off of Amazon a while back. I will include an affiliate link for this, but I would actually highly recommend just using a regular old hair dryer. Either one, I would say you still want to use caution with, so you're not melting anything or starting anything on fire. But this can put out temperatures of nearly 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, so you can get yourself into trouble a lot quicker with one of these. This is used to stick a solderable connection of some sort in here, some sort of wire, I guess whatever you need to sort of encapsulate the heat with. It just acts as basically a shield to kind of surround whatever it is you're heating up with heat. But for this job, it would just block the heat, so I'm gonna pull this off. And this particular heat gun has two different settings. So we've got the low and the high. We'll start one at a time here with the top one. And this one was already previously peeled off here. So you can see there is a little bit of residue back there that hopefully we'll be able to avoid on the rest of this. You definitely want to be cautious not to hold this too close, and I would say maybe get a feel for it while doing something a little bit less important than working on your snowmobile, just so you can kind of get an idea of how much heat is coming out, how quickly, so you don't end up burning or melting anything. Let's see what that did. Oh yeah, much nicer. Just comes off like butter then. We'll just work our way down since it seems like a lot of these are attached. Might get kind of hot, so watch your fingers when you're pulling the stuff off. Of course, use your senses, smell, eyesight. Whoops, yep, that's getting too warm. There's that big mess. So we've definitely still got a bit of leftover residue, both from where the one that was pulled off cold was, and then also just kind of some other debris and stuff that was left on here. So I'm gonna hit this with a product that my sponsor Rocky Mountain ATV sent me. And that's this Tusk First Line Plastic and Lens Cleaner and Polish. I'm not 100% sure that this should be used on a wrap. I actually did use this to clean the sled up, and it seemed to work quite well. I don't know how much adhesive removing power it has, but if you're gonna spray your sled off with it, definitely be cautious. Because again, I'm not 100% sure that's a good idea, but it is definitely made for plastic windshields and for helmet shields, and in the summertime this really works good for cleaning off my motorcycle helmets. Snowmobile helmets you don't really end up with bugs on too much, but if you guys are interested in picking some of this up and you want to help out the channel, I have an affiliate link down below the video that if you click on and then make a purchase from, it will help me to continue making videos like this. Huge thanks to anybody that's been using them. I simply wouldn't be able to make content for a living if it wasn't for your support, and even just sharing the videos is a huge help. So if you find this helpful and think of someone that you think could also benefit, don't be afraid to share it. All right, so after that's sat for a little bit here, let's see what it'll pull off. Yeah, certainly looking better. Hopefully it doesn't pull these decals or part of the wrap off here. But yeah, it doesn't seem to have a huge amount of removing power for the adhesive. Certainly makes things look nicer. But to really get this clean, I think we'd probably need something a little bit more intense. And to be honest, as scratched up as this thing is, and for the simple fact that I'm just going to stick another decal on top of it, I think I'm just going to call this good enough. I think some of this is probably from previous owners pulling things off without heat, because as you can tell, where a couple of these were, where there was nothing else under them, I mean, even just the difference between these two sections here, you can tell that heat makes a big difference. Did I say 2025? I'm living in the past. It's 2026 already. When did that happen? Boy, life goes by fast, doesn't it? Where should we put it? We'll cover up that old Michigan pass if we can. You also definitely want to do this. That is reapplying or applying the new decals when it's as warm as possible. So really heating the shield up before applying this would actually be a pretty smart move as well. So hopefully it was warm enough when I put it on there. Now we're ready to go. So I'm gonna fire this thing up and take it out for a ride. If you guys wanna make sure you see those videos, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you guys watching along. Until next time, take care, stay safe, stay swanky, get out there and enjoy this beautiful world God created for us to explore and enjoy any chance you get. And if you can't do that right now, here's more videos to check out in the meantime.